Good morning, children. How are you all today? Children, we have been discussing about the Europe in our past classes. We learnt about the revolution of agriculture in the Europe. So agriculture is not that easy in Europe because of its climatic conditions and the availability of the landforms. So we have seen what kind of crops are generally grown, and it's only a single agricultural season in Europe. And most of the agriculture that is carried out in European region is a commercial agriculture. It's more for the sale than for the self-consumption. Today, we shall learn about the discovery of sea routes, children. So how the sea routes to different countries were discovered by these Europeans, and what made them to do the discovery. So we shall learn about these. So no part of the Western Europe is too far from the ocean because all the countries are very adjacent to the Arctic Ocean. And in contrast, many countries of Asia are thousands of kilometers away from the sea. As you know it, the Central Asian countries are completely bounded with the land mass on its four sides, and they are thousands of kilometers away from the sea. They are away from the sea coast. So there are thousands of such seaside settlements where seafaring people have been living for thousands of years, for hundreds of years, and with centuries of experience of sea travel, because they got settled in nearby this sea coast. So they had the experience of traveling in this sea. So the European sailors have found, they were famed for their skill and their courage over the seas, and they were also skilled in building the ships and boats. Initially, ships were built and used for shipping, for fishing in deep water, and later on they are used for international trade also. So actually, in order to feed themselves, they started building the ships and boats. But later they started using these ships and boats even to travel for the far off places. And later international trade has started because of their shipbuilding skills. From the very ancient times itself, from the old age time itself, the people of Europe have been trading with India and other countries in Asia like Indonesia, China. From these countries, Europe obtained many goods like cotton, silk, that is zari, and gems, ivory, spices. These are and spices such as cloves, pepper, and cardamom are brought from the India, China, and Indonesia to Europe. The Europeans got these goods in exchange of goods like gold and silver, which they brought from Europe. And do you know, children, which route they have taken in order to come to India or China? By which route they have come? So there are two major routes. Actually, there is a map given in the textbook which shows two major routes to reach to the Asian country or Asian continent and Asian countries. Both the routes have to be crossed through the Mediterranean Sea, while one of them is a land route via the Middle East, that is crossing through the Arabian countries or Gulf countries. You have to cross them and you have to reach to this part of the country. And the other one is Middle East, Iran and Afghanistan, they have to cross, and the other route is via the Red Sea and the Arabian Sea. So with this they can cross the Mediterranean Sea and they can reach to the India and China. After 500 years, so it was only about 500 years ago that Western European sailors began search for new routes to India. This was because both routes were as mentioned were passed through the countries ruled by the Arabs, and they did not allow to do trade between the Asian countries and between Asian and European countries. So further, most of the trade in the Mediterranean Sea was controlled by the Italian merchants who did not let in the traders of other countries to do the trade. And this is why the sailors of the other countries began to look for the routes to India other than the land, other than the Mediterranean Sea. So thus a search, or what we call a kind of a zeal, got developed among the European sailors to find a sea route to India. So they did not pass through the India, through the Mediterranean Sea or the Arab ruled countries. Of course, these maps did not exist in those times. They don't have the map knowledge, which side what country is located and how they have to travel. So the people had just began to figure out that the earth must be round and it's not flat. So if you go from the western side, you may reach to the India, they thought, because India is round, because globe is round in disk, so they thought that if you can't travel from this side, you should travel from the reverse side in order to reach that place. So an Italian sailor named as Christopher Columbus thought that if the earth is round, then it is possible to reach India from the west too. So if we were to travel westwards across the Atlantic Ocean, then we would reach China and India sooner or later. So that was his idea, and he started sailing in the Atlantic Ocean in order to reach to India. Columbus set out with 3 ships in 1492 to cross the Atlantic Ocean. After 3 months of sailing, he went on sailing for 3 months. He saw a land ahead, and Columbus thought that he had reached India. So he saw a big island, and he thought that it is India on the western side, and actually he was still far from India. So he had reached the country, and which we now call as the West Indies is the country which he actually reached, but not the India, which is far away from India. And these are the group of islands near America. In fact, Europeans did not know about America till then. So after that, before the Columbus, they don't know the continent like America. America was discovered by Columbus. So he stumbled onto America. Soon Europeans realized that Columbus had not reached India, but a new continent. And after that, several Europeans went to America to trade, to conquer, and to settle there. So that was a different story about the Europeans reaching to the North America after the discovery of sea route to America by the Columbus. The ships of those times had to sail the harness of wind power. They sailed with easy within the winds blowing westward towards America. So they are called as westerlies, isn't it? They take them very near to the coast. Westerlies blow towards the coastal region of America, which blow towards Europe. Were not the westerlies which blow towards Europe, and these were different winds. So which blew from south of Europe towards the southwestern direction, and they blew throughout the year and took the ships southwest Europe to the east coast of America. And they are called as the trade winds. Westerlies blow towards the European continent, but these are the trade winds which blow towards the southwestern part of America, and these Europeans reached America with the help of these trade winds. The westerlies blow from southwest to the northeast to the southwest. Okay. In other words, the two winds blow in opposite direction. That means the trade winds blowing direction and the westerlies blowing direction is completely opposite. So as a result of that, this helped the Europeans to travel to America and from America. If you wanted to travel from Europe to America, it is one wind. And if you wanted to travel from America to Europe, then it is a westerlies, which help them to reach the Europe very easily. So after the Columbus, the Europeans discovered several sea routes to other countries. They could now sail to America very easily, but also to the different parts of Africa. They sailed India, Australia. They traded with these countries and amassed wealth, which was used to develop the industries in Europe, and they also had lot of wealth accumulated. So this is about the discovery of sea routes, about the industrial revolution in Europe. We'll see in the next class.